Hi, my name is Nick from Tabletop Duo, and today you will learn how to play Clue Conspiracy. Setup. Each player chooses an identity envelope and corresponding pawn. Separate the number of secret role cards based on the number of players on screen. Shuffle and deal one card, face down, to each player. Players must look at their cards and then store them in their identity envelope. Don't show your card to anyone. Place the game board in the center of the table. Place the Cloud token and the Heart token in their respective spaces. Take the supply cards, shuffle them and deal 3 cards to each player. Place the remainder face down on the game board. Shuffle the location clue cards and draw one, placing it face down on the Clue Conspiracy logo. Draw a second location clue card and place it face up near the board. This location is safe, so it can't be part of the conspiracy plot. Add 1 instant disarm and 1 no clue found to the rest of the location clue cards and shuffle them together. Deal 1 card face down on each of the 9 locations around the board. Shuffle the weapon clue cards, draw 1 and place it face down on top of the location card on the Clue Conspiracy logo. Both cards on the conspiracy logo are the place and weapons used in the conspiracy against Mr. Coral. Take the rest of the weapons, instant disarms and no clue found cards, shuffle them and place 1 card face down on each of the locations around the board. Take the trap cards and place 1 card on top of each pile of clue cards, including the safe location. Make sure to use the side that matches the number of players. Now everyone should close their eyes and make noise. The conspiracy members and ringleaders should open their eyes so that they can identify each other. The ringleader flips over the plot cards on the Clue Conspiracy logo, shows them to the conspiracy members and then place both cards in their identity envelope. Then, everyone opens their eyes and the game starts. And now you're ready to learn how to play. The object of the game is to murder Mr. Coral if you are the conspiracy member or ringleader, or keep him alive and eliminate all the traps on the board if you are Mr. Coral's friend. If he dies by a trap and the player is his friend, they must also try to determine who is the conspiracy ringleader and what weapon and location were going to be used to murder Mr. Coral. The game is played in rounds consisting of several phases. Choose a team, vote, check the plot, disarm traps, collect clues, and distribute supply cards. The player who most recently saw an airplane is the first to play, and this player is called the Scout. Give the Scout log card to that player. The Scout must choose a location. It's recommended that if this is the first round, choose the safe location. Then the Scout must choose a bodyguard. This player is responsible for escorting Mr. Coral to that location. Give the chosen player the bodyguard log card. Then, choose any number of players to bring along this round besides the Scout and the bodyguard. Players may make an argument for different location, bodyguard, or team composition, but it's the Scout who has the final say in it. Once the team composition and location are settled, everyone votes to approve the plan with a thumbs up or down. If there is a tie, the vote fails. If the vote fails, advance the Cloud token 1 space. A new round begins and the role of Scout moves to the next player to the left. If the next player has the bodyguard in their previous round, skip the player. If there are 3 failed rounds of votes in a row, the storm has reached the last space on the tracker. Deal 1 damage to Mr. Coral by moving the Heart token and reset the storm tracker. If the vote passes, everyone chosen for the team moves their pawn as well as Mr. Coral's pawn to the agreed location. Non-chosen characters should move their pawns to the Gather Supplies Here space. Once players move their pawns, the Scout should ask the whole table if the plot has been activated. This happens if Mr. Coral has taken at least 1 damage, the current location is the one in the ringleader's identity envelope, and the ringleader is the bodyguard for this round. If the plot is activated, the game is over and the conspiracy wins. If the plot has not been activated, it's time to disarm traps. Every player who has traveled to the location must submit 1 or more supply cards face down to the Scout. The Scout collects and shuffles the supply cards to then sum the total points value. Supply cards that match the trap symbol or don't have one count towards disarming the trap. Supply cards that don't match the trap symbol subtract from the total value. For example, this is the current trap symbol and value, and these are the cards played. So these ones add up to 7 as they match the trap symbol or have no symbol. These cards have a different symbol, so we subtract 4 points to a total of 3. If the total value is lower than the trap's value, reduce Mr. Coral's health by 1 and remove the trap tile from the board. If the total value is the same or higher than the trap's value, just remove the trap tile from the board. If you are a conspiracy member, Try submitting cards that don't match the symbol to prevent the friends from disarming the trap. Whether or not the trap was disabled, the bodyguard may collect the clue cards on that location and choose if they want to share any information to the other players. If you found a weapon or location, it means it cannot be the murder weapon or plot location of the conspiracy. If you see a no clue found, there is no clue, and if you see an instant disarm, you may keep this card until you are ready to use. After the bodyguard tells the other players what they found, either by telling the truth, lying, or omitting information, place the clue cards face down in front of them. If the bodyguard claims they have found a weapon or location clue card, take the matching token and keep it in front of them as a visual reminder to the group of who has seen that. Then the scout draws supply cards equal to the number of pawns in the current location, including Mr. Coral's pawn, and distribute the cards, without looking at them, however they choose among the players at that location. Any players who did not travel to the current location may draw one supply card from the deck also. Note that the maximum hand size is 3, so if you already have 3 cards, you may not draw or receive any more supply cards. Pass the scout log to the next player to your left, that was not the bodyguard this round, and begin a new round as instructed. The friends win if they can travel to every location on the board and remove all trap tiles before Mr. Coral is killed, and the conspiracy wins if they get Mr. Coral to the plot location while the ringleader is the bodyguard, and after Mr. Coral has taken at least 1 damage. If Mr. Coral is killed by traps, pass the scout log to the next player. Choose a team as you would in a normal round, but don't choose a bodyguard or location. The table votes on the team. If the vote fails 3 times, the conspiracy automatically wins. If the vote passes, the scout collects all remaining clue cards from the board, shuffles them and deals them one at a time to the chosen team members. Then flip the game board. Set a timer for 5 minutes and discuss with your team who they think is the ringleader, where did they plan to kill Mr. Coral, and what weapon they plan to use. All players must then vote. Once the group agrees on a weapon and location, place the corresponding tokens to mark them on the board, and Mr. Coral's pawn to mark the suspect the team thinks is the ringleader. Then the scout makes the final accusation, and the ringleader reveals themselves and the card in their identity envelope. If any of the 3 elements is incorrect, the conspiracy wins. If the friends can deduct the 3 cards, they win instead. And that's how you play Clue Conspiracy board game. I hope you liked this tutorial. If so, hit the like button and subscribe to receive our latest how to play video updates. See you next time!